Right under our noses, in our very own homes, a quiet little invasion has happened. The cat is now the most popular pet in the entire Western world. It's like this massive, softly purring army that we just can't seem to resist. So let's get into this fascinating story. And just how big is this army? Well, globally, there are now over 200 million pet cats living with us. They've managed to weave themselves into the fabric of our daily lives with a kind of stealth and grace that is, uniquely feline. And yet, for thousands of years, no creature has divided us quite like the cat. Are they devoted pets, or are they still irrepressibly wild? Are they regal companions, or are they just cold, remote hunters? This right here is the Great Cat Divide, a paradox we've been trying to figure out for millennia. Now, to really understand this feline enigma, we've got to go back in time. See, our relationship with the cat has always been one of extremes, swinging wildly from absolute adoration to brutal persecution. The cat's journey with humanity has been a total roller coaster. It all kicks off with them being treated like gods in ancient Egypt over 3,500 years ago. Then it just plummets into demonization in medieval Europe, and it finally lands us here in the modern day where they're our most popular pet, but still a complete paradox. So how did this all begin? Well, in Egypt, wild African cats first sort of sauntered into human civilization as pest controllers, right? They were useful guarding the precious grain. But from there, they really quickly became these beloved companions, so treasured they were buried in tombs with their owners and even pictured under women's chairs as these potent symbols of fertility. And this adoration, it reached its absolute peak with the goddess Bastet. She had the head of a cat, and she really embodied its serene, almost self-indulgent nature. For over 2,000 years, she was worshipped as the goddess of love and beauty, and millions of cats were mummified as sacred offerings in her honor. I mean, this was truly the golden age of the cat. But that golden age came to a pretty dramatic and brutal end. As we shift over to medieval Europe, we see the cat's status get completely flipped on its head. It goes from a divine god to an agent of the devil. From a symbol of love, it becomes a symbol of witchcraft. So why the sudden change? Well, the cat's mysterious, nocturnal nature, once something to be admired, was now seen as sinister. It was widely believed that Satan himself often took the form of a cat, and that cats were the familiars of witches. This led to centuries of persecution, where thousands of cats were tortured and killed, a dark history that's commemorated even today in Belgium's Ypres Cat Festival. So where does that leave us today? Surely we've moved past all these ancient superstitions. Well, not entirely. To see how this ancient duality of good and evil still persists, we're going to look to Japan, a country with its own profound, and I mean profound, feline obsession. In Japan, we find this fascinating echo of the past. Meet the maneki neko, the famous beckoning or lucky cat. You've seen this. With its one paw raised to invite good fortune, it's basically a modern cultural heir to the Egyptian goddess Bastet, a symbol of luck and prosperity you can find in shops all over the world. And the legend behind this lucky charm is just fantastic. It tells of a poor monk who shared his meager food with a temple cat. And then one day, that very same cat beckoned a group of powerful samurai lords to the temple gate, saving them from a lightning strike just moments later. As thanks, the lord became the temple's patron, bringing it great fortune. But, just like in medieval Europe, there's a dark side. Japanese folklore also tells of the bakaneko, a terrifying monster cat. These are some sinister legends. They speak of evil pet cats that kill their female owners, eat them, and then assume their form to haunt the household. God and devil, lucky charm and monster. You see, the duality just continues. So what is it about the cat that inspires such powerful and contradictory feelings in us? Maybe the answer isn't in our myths or superstitions, but in the fundamental nature of the animal itself. Feline expert Roger Tabor puts it perfectly here. The crucial difference really lies in the cat's profound independence. A dog is a pack animal. It's wired to follow a leader. A cat is not. It's a solitary hunter that makes its own decisions. And that really is the core of the whole issue. A dog is a pack animal, wired for command. A cat is a solitary hunter, an independent negotiator whose terms are always its own. And while domestication profoundly changed the dog, the cat has barely changed at all. This is the key. Genetically, the purring companion on your sofa is almost indistinguishable from the wild desert scavengers that first approached humans thousands of years ago. It's this otherworldliness, this untamed nature, that we find so captivating and, yeah, sometimes so unsettling. This all leads to a fascinating conclusion. Maybe we haven't truly domesticated the cat at all. Maybe, in a lot of ways, it has domesticated us. We've invited a creature with an untamed spirit to live in the very heart of our homes. So never forget that inside every fluffy, adorable house cat beats the wild heart of a solitary predator. They are not small dogs. They are, and they have always been, something else entirely, something a little bit wild. And that leaves us with a final thought. We choose to live side by side with a creature that has never fully submitted, one that retains its ancient, wild independence. It seems the most profound mystery here isn't about the cat at all. It's about us.